is how it started at Cesar Chavez, Comunidad Cesar Chavez, Boyle Heights. We stayed there for a year. 2 men walked into our unit unannounced, without knocking on the door, without telling me that they were even having a work order. They came, used their key, and walked straight into my unit when one of my daughters was in the shower and one of them had just gotten out of the shower and was getting dressed. My children and my family were getting ready and prepared for the day, and we were leaving. So I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? When they're walking in the door, I'm like, what's going on? He's like, oh, we got a work order. I'm like, well, actually, we're about to leave right now. Can you just give me a moment? I'm going to be leaving like within the next 20 minutes or so. Can you give me a moment? My daughter, I let them know then that I have a daughter in the shower, I have a child over here. It's a one-room studio. And so you can see everything once you walk in there. So I'm like, my daughter is over there getting dressed. Can you please give me a moment? He's like, oh, no, we'll just be real quick. We're going to go in here and do this, whatever. So I'm like, really? So then now I go to file grievances. Now, mind you, when I started filing grievances, I started to realize that the grievances weren't being recorded. They weren't being accepted. I found that out. I talked to the lady, Sam, okay? I found out everybody's names. I talked to them about this. I talked to Sam. Sam let me know. Like this, she was like, "Oh, I haven't had any grievances about anything." So she telling me she ain't get didn't get the grievance, and I'm telling her verbally everything that's happening with my family, including the fact that this lady made us exit off the bus when they invited all the children. They chartered a bus to take the kids to go Christmas shopping in Malibu. A beautiful, fun family experience that my children were excluded from. Why? Because I had told on the man that she was upset about that. We were the only. It was like maybe one other black family besides mine. And it was no black employees. So that's another thing that was changes that was made because of my works and going down there to the city hall, letting them know what is going on. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm starting to notice when I'm going in, now I'm starting to see black employees. Black employees is coming there, a couple more black families, not couple, I say couple, I mean like 2 to 3 black families, including mine. So this was Comunidad Cesar Chavez who did all of this stuff. We had a Section 8 voucher. After I'm putting all this pressure and all this stuff is happening, the kids, get this, they, whatever. Now, mind you, I also have recordings of all this. So now when I'm putting all this pressure, they call me out of nowhere. I move into the place in September. I get a call in November. This is kind of unheard of. Let's just say that they don't do this. They play around with families that act like they can't do this or that. But these people called me and was like, we got good news. We got your Section 8 voucher. If they tell me I got a Section 8 voucher over the phone, though. They tell me over the phone I get a Section 8 voucher. Now, mind you, they tell me this in November. I don't get no paperwork until March, April. This is when they finally tell me, all right, well, here's your paperwork. Now, mind you, I had to ask for paperwork because somebody told me, you're supposed to have paperwork. I didn't even know. This is my first time getting Section 8. I've never been on Section 8. So then I call them like, oh, can I get my paperwork? They finally get the paperwork. Now, mind you, it has to be from a housing navigator. This is on record that they have had a very hard time with keeping the housing navigators. They've been interchangeable. They haven't kept them like every other week as a new person. Sometimes they go for weeks or even a month without having any housing navigators. So if no housing navigators, they had a hard time. This is on record. This is their company. They know that they had a hard time keeping the housing navigators. They didn't have no housing navigators. This is super, super on record. So now that this new person, like, I got to get used to and explain my story to everybody new every other 2 weeks or something like that. Here goes this new person finally gives me the paperwork, right? And then she was like, all right, well, here's your paperwork, but you have like 30 days to find a house. But good news, we already gave you an extension, but good news, we're going to give you another extension, and we got the perfect house for you. They tell me 1735 Layton. They like, you can go with that house, right? We got the house for you. And first thing I say is like, well, you gave me an extension already. I don't even know what you're talking about. They said they gave me an extension in January. I'm just getting my paperwork in March. Y'all never even gave me the paperwork. How would I even know that I had an extension? It's like, oh, no worries, that's okay. We found a house for you. You go with the house, it's no problem, right? The landlord, he keeps calling up to tell them, well, can we come come next week, come another month. He's changing the inspection like 3 to 4 times. So now on the 4th time, he finally allows the people to come and do the inspection, right? So when they come do an inspection, they do an inspection, the inspection passed right away. So then he calls me and he like, should the inspection pass? Good news, sign your lease on affordablehousing.com. Come and pick your keys and welcome home. You can move home type stuff, right? So he tells me, come pick up my keys and sign the lease. I'm good, right? So then I do that. Now, the people, meaning Path Agency, Community at Cesar Chavez, between those two, they actually paid for the van service for me to move all of my stuff into the van's house. So how is it that now, when I go to the house, now mind you, I move all of my stuff over there, and I show up to the house with now all 6 of my kids. The first time when I first went to go view the house, I might have had like the little babies and the big kids was at school. So, so I might have the second set of twins and the little babies and the little baby and go over to the man's house. So he didn't see like all the kids coming. So now when I come, I got my 2, black male youth children, the bigger ones, my big sons, my 16-year-old, my 13-year-old boys, my teenage black men, and then all the kids. So now he's starting to look at me like, I don't know. He was like, I had a woman that came before you. She had like about 5 to 6 children, and I decided not to go with her because she just wasn't a good fit. So I don't know. I got to think about this. I'm gonna go back and talk to my girlfriend about this and see what she has to say about this situation and see if this is something that we want to move forward with. So I'm like, damn, really? So mind you, this is after I've already signed the lease. I got keys. He's got me. My keys is still in my hands. He gave me keys. And I done moved other stuff in this man's house. I get dropped off in the van. They pulled me up put all my stuff in. They pulled off. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, really? So he was like, well, he was like, I'm gonna call you back tomorrow and decide, let you know what we decide, right? And so now tomorrow comes, he doesn't call. He calls the very next week and tells me, well, you know what, on second thought, I don't think it's something that we can, we want to do. So we just want to ask you to just come and bring my keys back and come pick up your stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm just not going to move forward with you, right? And so then now I'm like, damn, really? So then he calls to the agency, though, and he leaves an email with his dirty ass and tells them that I denied housing. And so he wanted to keep his stuff clear so that he don't get in trouble and they don't take him off from being able to do Section 8 housing or something. I don't know. All I know is that this asshole calls them to tell them that I didn't accept housing, which was a blatant ass lie. So then now, 3 weeks later, now mind you, they didn't even tell me. I get a call from a lady named Dory Garza, who's higher up in like Hackler, I believe. She calls me. Now mind you, this lady was already a little sharp in the mouth. Now let me rewind back. Well, I was told that you were already told. Now, who even says something like that? Like, you're an official in a higher up position. So you told me, somebody said, she said that he said that you said that you already know. Like, basically, it was that was the told. Like, I was told that you were already told that you no longer have your voucher. And I'm going to let you know that, basically, she was basically letting me know that, I just let you know that voucher is no longer, we're not even doing that voucher program no more. You cannot follow any type of grievance. Don't try to do a hearing. Do not pass go. Like, she was literally breaking it down, like, letting me know right then and there in the email that I lost my Section 8 voucher and that basically it ain't shit that I can do about it. Don't even try to check, they could fuck up. And matter of fact, you also getting kicked out of family housing because we offered you housing and you didn't accept it. So now we're going to kick you out on that premise. It's like this, like how you just said, this happened to you. It's multiple people that's coming up to me. This happened to me. This happened to me. We need to make sure that we let this be known. So we need to get them to reinstate my Section 8 voucher.
Who?
The person who had my voucher was Hackler. The people who got me kicked out is Cesar Chavez. Cesar Chavez, if you get to the higher up over top of Veronica and let them know that Veronica lied. Veronica checked the box and said that I didn't accept housing. That's a fucking lie. Okay? So with that being said, now that I already proved that she lied, and then they try to turn around and try to reroute it and say, oh, it's actually because of it's the mitigation piece. There's a housing navigation. You weren't meeting with your housing navigator weekly, bitch. What are you talking about? Y'all ain't even have no housing navigators. So with that being said, this diabolical lady is the cause of this. So get over top of her head, find out who her boss is, let her boss know what is going on, and people is looking at y'all